Activate the V10 recorder.
And attention all personnel, this is the NTD conducting the launch status check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
OTCs go.
TBC.
Tank and booster go.
TTC. TTCs go.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to our first live broadcast. Today we're at Legitimate Looks, a hole in the wall that's essentially home to some of the most top celebrities in Oklahoma City. You wouldn't know it just passing by, but entering in here, the lives are being changed each and every day by Legitimate Looks. Hair and our personal image, as you know, is more important now than it's ever been. So come on inside. We're going to take a look at some of the pictures, some of the folks that have walked through here over the years, and discuss with some of these barbers about what it's like being in Oklahoma City. You're more than welcome to comment your posts. We're going to be any type of questions that you guys have, relay those. Andrew's going to get those on the air, and we're going to be able to answer any questions and cover some hot topics today. Now, the first room we're going to is actually the owner of the shop. He's been doing this for quite a while and has impacted a lot of people's lives. Now, can I ask you really quick why you named this Legitimate Looks?
Yeah. One, being that I was a rapper, that was my rap name, Legit, and the shop is Legitimate Look. You know, anything that's authentic,
Sure.
giving it an authentic look, and it's not just about a haircut; it's about a lifestyle. So that's where it came.
Do you feel like when people come here, they may be depressed or may be upset at the current look that they have, and they leave here with a new confidence?
Of course, definitely. You know, if your haircut's not becoming to you, you should be coming to us. You know, that's what our motto is. We help create self-worth. You know, a lot of people leave here with, you know, good confidence. They don't just get more than just a haircut. You know, we give them good information, a lot of good camaraderie around here. The clientele that comes through here are all business leaders, people that are impacting community, and we as well, we make sure that we have a responsibility to the community, and we're mindful of that. So we try to give back with everything we do, not just a haircut, but with information, encouraging words, confidence, just so many things, much more than a haircut.
Sure. Can you talk to me a little bit about a case that you had where it was perhaps a difficult haircut?
That's been so long ago. Let me think. A difficult haircut. That's kind of hard to describe. I guess that's been so long ago, but
because we had heard stories online where you guys would discipline children,
well, yeah,
and use hair to implement that.
Well, yeah. There was a case where we had some kids in here that their mom gave us permission to discipline them because they were a little unruly at school. So we gave them the old school Red Fox haircut where we just balled the top out and left the sides off. Gave them the Larry Moore and curly look. You know, hey, embarrassment sometimes is a great teacher. So yeah, we did that. You know, give them a kind of. We put a twist on it, but it was a jacked up haircut just to let them know you might not want to mess up anymore around here. And then we had them in here sweeping up, cleaning up, and we stayed on them pretty much the whole time they were in here. So that was their punishment, to come to work and, you know, but we put good information in their head while they did it. But yeah, to have to work, you know, getting information and getting disciplined with a jacked up haircut, that'll kind of make that sit in, you know. So
I know, Andrew, how are we looking on comments? Okay. I know a lot of you guys are watching to hear the answers from some celebrities that have been here and the experience that's gone down with that. And we're going to get to that. Just hang tight. As we're walking through this, we really want to kind of show how large city Oklahoma City really is when we talk about the quality of service you get here.
Yes.
You guys don't just offer hair, you also offer shoe shining.
Yes.
I mean, it's a real full package deal in that when you come in, you can leave and you can conquer anything that you set your mind to do.
Yes.
So this is really a platform of success.
Right. That's what the legitimate look is about. Everybody wants to be legit. Nobody wants to walk around illegal, not even with their look. So that's what we'll provide. Full service, full confidence, business look. Wednesdays and Saturdays we dress here with suit and tie. And so we also, you know, in the barber community, we realize that we're responsible for a lot of fashion, a lot of the looks. So we try to provide that and encourage guys to come in here and learn different ways to dress, learn how to tie a tie, wear a suit, you know, match your accessories, and how to network with different people. So yeah, we're not just your average barbershop. We recognize that we are professionals. This is a career. This is not just a hustle. And that's what we bring here. You know, you leave here with a great look. We provide great looks, great service, great care into what we do. And yeah, this is the professional shop. This is not just the barbershop. This is legitimate look, barber and salon.
For those that may be interested in becoming a barber, what is the path? How does one become a barber?
Well, now you just have to go to school now and get your license. You can do either part-time or full-time. 1,500 hours through the state, and also
did you say 1,500 hours?
Yes, 1,500 hours. We used to apprentice. You still can apprentice, and that's 3,000 hours in 18 months under a licensed master barber. But I would encourage young barbers today to go to school, learn all the tools, learn how to become not just cut hair, but learn all the history of barbering, all the aspects of being a barber. It's more than just putting clippers on a head. You have to know, you know, your technical terms. You have to know anatomy. You have to know the skeletal system, the circulatory system, things of that nature. Know the laws. You know, take health code. Take pride in your work. It's, you know, we're responsible. We touch the skin more than some doctors do. So it's important that we know that, and just don't be in here just cutting hair without any skills. You should know your craft and respect your craft. And then get under barbers like myself and my guys here that know our craft, that care, and that want to teach. You know, you're not going to learn everything that you need to once you're in a shop at school. So when you come in here, get under a barber that's willing to teach and that knows how to teach and that's very skilled in what they're doing, and pass that on. And that's what we do.
Okay, so on to the Thunder. You guys have had some experiences with some professional NBA players.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that transition. Are these superstar, rock stars, or are these real people that are doing a real task each day?
They're real people. But before I get on to the Thunder, what we say here, everybody that sits in our chair is a celebrity. It's not just about whether you're on TV, you playing for NBA or NFL or in MLB. Everybody that sits in our chair is a celebrity in here, and you're an individual. Whether you're Katie, Russ, or my man here, Rick, everybody is a celebrity, and they have a large impact in the community. And those guys, they're some real people. We've had some great guys come through here like Kendrick Perkins, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka. We've had several guys that come through here, and when they come in here, we treat them all the same. We don't get awestruck and pass over, regular people just because they're in the chair. And they love that and they respect that too, because they can come in here and be regular guys, have fun, laugh and talk just like the rest of the crew, and feel welcome, because we bring that. They're not the only millionaires in the room, and they love that, so they don't have to feel awkward when they come in here.
Yeah, but they still have a responsibility to their fan base to look good, Mm-hmm. I think there is a pressure where they've got to look outstanding at all times. And
that's why they choose to come get a legitimate look. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mike, can you get some of this action that's going on the face over here? So some of the difference, I think it really comes down to the sharpness of the blades, and also just the precision. And it's not even just straight lines; it's lines that work with the personality. Can you talk a little bit about what you do on the forehead there?
We're just right now. What you're doing? We're just doing an edge up. We're lining him up And like you said, we're just making sure it's crisp. We're not pushing the line back. We're giving him a tight blend and lining him up here with.
Get in there tight so you can, there you go. Some of you may not be streaming in HD. You probably can't see it up close. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Oh, this one can't stream to there.
What's up, Mr. Ken? Yeah, them in the steel.
Got any questions?
I started a watch party, so I'm kind of like trying to go there.
Got some notes coming in. The one just came up. Give me your address.
It's never over until life ends. Yeah, deep down beside you're my violet in the sun.
Okay, Andrew. Come back over here. We're going to talk just a little bit about pregame here. So Andrew's going to be getting his haircut today. Talk to me a little bit about what you're expecting from this cut.
So I've been coming to this barber for the last 3.5 years now. There's only been one other person that's cut my hair aside from this person, just because of how well he's done it. The price is affordable and the ambiance is second to none. This isn't your average run-at-the-mill barber shop or super cuts or anything of that nature. It's a legitimate look, and you come to this place to get a legitimate look. The thing that I enjoy about this barber is the guidance that I get on life lessons while I'm getting my haircut as well. I get to learn a lot about life, about music, about what's going on in the culture, and I get to catch up with a lot of different of those details with this man right here. And it's somebody that I genuinely trust, and I have not let another person touch my hair ever since I've came to this man and found out about him. Before I first was getting haircuts, I originally was just going to Supercuts, and I was going to those places, and not really having an understanding of what I wanted to look, but would just kind of settle with what they gave me. And since I started coming here, I've realized that there's a whole different style about your facial hair and your haircut that can really be brought out just by using some scissors and some clippers and a razor. And so I genuinely allow this man to kind of get creative and be Michelangelo with the clippers, and allow myself to go and let him do his thing, and I'm feel free to do my thing. And threw it in, I trust him. He's like, what do you want? And I just, hey, do your thing, and I'll rock with it when it's over type thing, because worst things worse, it's hair and I'll grow back. But I've never, ever, in the 3.5 years that I've came here, had a bad haircut from this man. They've always been pristine. They've always been top-notch, and I'm always thankful with how I look whenever I'm done.
All right, can you go take us to some of these pictures on the wall and see if you recognize anybody?
So we have some of these famous, this right here, this is going going to be Maurice Cheeks. This right here. This right here is going to be Maurice Cheeks. He's a assistant head coach for the Thunder. He's also known as the Russell Westbrook Whisperer. For people back in his day, that was whenever he would get too heated, he was able to kind of talk him off the ledge, so to speak. And he also was a very infamous NBA player that played for the Raptors as well as many other teams. We have, multitudes. This right here is Derek Fisher. If you're not familiar with him, he played with the LA Lakers and was part of the infamous triangle offense with Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, Robert Horry and Rick Fox, and was a big instrumental part of that team right here. There's some multitudes. As you look further right here, we have the great Kendrick Perkins right here. Played with the Boston Celtics and won a ring and won a finals championship, and then he came to the Thunder and took them to the finals along with the infamous Kevin Durant. For those that are not familiar with this man right here, this is Serge Ibaka. Plays with the Toronto Raptors now and actually just won his first championship just a few weeks ago, so congratulations to Serge Ibaka on that. We have a few more other players over here. These guys right here, for example, this right here is Mark Jackson and was actually the, so to speak, to be the creator of the Golden State Warriors, what they are today, in helping draft Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and all of those great players. A very, very infamous man. We have some other very, very famous players that have came through that definitely trust this man each time that they come through. So if you're wanting to get a legitimate look, this is the spot to come at. So like I said, I trust this spot with my life, and as do so many other infamous players. So for y'all chiming in and checking out, be sure to follow at OKC Real TV, OKC Real Estate Show on Instagram and Facebook. My name is Andrew Bishop, and I'm about to sit down and get this cut by Mr. James Morbley. If y'all would like to follow him, you can find him at Best Cuts OKC, at Best Cuts OKC on Instagram. James Morbley.
Player came out of LA. He was from OU at first.
Only thing I can think of, he came out of OU is Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. He look like Blake Griffin. Y'all ought to harass him. But he say you're a bad basketball player. That's me too.
Oh yeah.
Foul. They call me Foul Boy. That's all I do.
All right, James, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, I'm a young barber. I've been doing this. For 10 years professionally. I started when I was the age of 19, so I'm 29 right now. I will be 30 in September, and I've cut a few people. Chris Brown is probably the most famous. Currently, I'm cutting Terrence Ferguson, number 23 of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Man, I pretty much cut like a few of the coaches of the G League, the Thunder Blue, a lot of their starting players as well. Man, I just been doing it, man.
That's gotta be exciting, though.
Oh yeah. It's a good it's a good experience to have, good resume to have, you know. So, man, I've been enjoying every moment of the trip, man, since the beginning. So yeah, I'm loving what I do, man.
Do they talk about the game at all, or what's the discussion like when you guys are here?
Oh man, sometimes we'll get into the games. You know, we'll get into a couple of the games. I mainly talk fouls with the guys, you know, because I see how their aggression is, you know, and I kind of want to see what the other players will like. So we talk a lot about those things. Sometimes.
Is it show business or is it real anger that we're seeing out there?
No, that's real. That's real. Yeah, I thought it was show too, but no, it's real. It's real.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just cut Terrence last night, and he was watching some highlights of the playoffs and everything, and I was talking about him and Draymond Drummond. I mean, yeah, Drummond, right? Andre Drummond. I'm sorry, I said his name wrong. Andre Drummond from the Pistons. They got into it. Looked like probably about a minute worth of getting into it during the warm-ups season, during the preseason. So I was talking to him about that. We kind of laughed about it, you know. Yeah.
Now, do they take athletic performance into mind when they're getting a haircut? I mean, in terms of head cooling and stuff like that, or is that not a concern?
Oh no, it's not a concern, man. You know, they want to just look nice like everybody else, man. When they get a haircut, they want to be relaxed. They want to just make sure I'm relaxed enough to give them the best service. So yeah, they don't really think too much about athletics at that time. We just hang out, man, and enjoy each other's company, and I try my best to give them my best art, man.
You guys just tuned in. I'm here with James Marley, one of the barbers for the NBA athletes. He's just reminiscing some stories about cutting the hair of some of these really an NBA champion team. I mean, they're well on their way, which they're looking great this year. Got a lot of momentum, got a lot of spirit behind them. I feel like Oklahoma City's really changed a lot in the last 3 years. There's a movement happening. You know, with the laws changing and all that, it's really been interesting. Talk to me a little bit about how you've seen Oklahoma City change over the last, let's say, 5 years.
Oklahoma City is definitely growing as far as that Bricktown area and like that Memorial area where they're building Chisholm Creek. And I really do think they're building it up just in anticipation for what could happen in the future. So
it's starting to happen. I mean, we've got at least 20,000 people moved here last year.
Wow.
And it's expected to do the same this year, and a lot of them are coming from Denver, Colorado, and some other towns in Colorado and California.
Okay.
Because they've been landowners and homeowners that have, you know, a lot of them have medical marijuana cards, and they've been stuck in California and in Colorado, unable to move. But now with Oklahoma City becoming the third state in the United States to legalize marijuana, people are now able to come here, and we've seen a lot of influx on the Oklahoma City real estate show with those folks coming in now, selling their house for $500,000 or $600,000 cash in Colorado, and then paying cash for their home here.
Okay. Wow.
You know, because it's so much more expensive in Colorado than it is here, so they sell their home, they pay cash, they don't have a mortgage payment, and they get to live the life that they want to live. They can travel more.
Okay.
So that's what Oklahoma City's been about. So, okay. Looks like we're getting some questions online. I'm going to jump back here and see what kind of questions we're getting.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, this question we answered a little bit before, but this is Lauren. She's actually in Missouri right now. Lauren says, what kind of education do you need to be a barber?
Oh, education. You need, when I went through it, school was 1,500 hours. But I took the apprentice program. So what I did was I was enrolled in the school. I got an affidavit out, and then I got 3,000 hours when you do an apprenticeship. So the type of schooling you need to learn about the hair follicles. You need to learn about the skin. You need to also learn.
That's you right there, live on TV.
Oh, all right. You need to learn about the skin. You need to learn about the different textures, courses of hair. So pretty much all you're learning is semi-dermatologist things, but you're also learning how to actually give great service, clean service. So yeah, that's the type of education you need.
All right, Lauren, so you heard that, 1,500 hours, and then the apprenticeship is like 3,000.
Yes,
3,000 hours. How long did that take to get all those hours done?
It took me 2 years and 7 months to complete. So the first 2 years that I started in when I was 19, those are my first 2 years. Yeah.
That's right. So folks, very similar numbers to maybe a licensed appraiser,
Yes.
a licensed plumber, a licensed HVAC contractor. All those are requiring a very similar amount of hours. It's a great question, Lauren. We're going to look and see what other kind of questions we've got. You can message your questions in the comment. Some of these are coming in via email. Let's see what we've got.
And James, what was the artwork? The art form behind cutting. What brought you into really wanting to cut hair for a living?
What really brought me in those regards, I was 11 years old when I first got the curiosity to want to touch some clippers. The guy that was on earlier, Larry Coleman, that was my barber when I was a little boy. So he cut my hair probably to about age 6 to 11. And man, in between cuts when I was 11, I just wanted to be like him. I wanted to be just like him for whatever reason. I thought this dude was like the coolest dude ever.
Sure.
So I would actually cut my hair, but I would mess it up. So that in between week I messed up, then I come back to him, and this dude is like griping at me, you know what I mean? But he started seeing that I wouldn't stop doing it. So he began to teach me how to hold my clippers, how to edge myself up. So that's probably what started me even dreaming about wanting to be a barber, that moment right there. Yeah.
Mentorship is something that we talk about a lot in performance sports and trades, and there's a lot of mentorship going on here. We talked earlier in the show, for those of you that just tuned in, there is cases where kids were being disciplined here, and not disciplined in a way of negativity, but in a way of uplifting them and creating imagination and instilling discipline to help them in their life. This would be very similar to karate or a taekwondo class in which you would learn discipline through repetitious tasks, like they would have them cleaning the hair on the floor. Or in some cases, they would cut their hair, and these children would then have to go to school with a haircut that's maybe not so cool, to remind them that your image and what you do and what you say matters. So a lot of life lessons going on here. This is not just a barber shop. This is a barber shop that pays attention to the entire package of the person. So keep your questions coming. We're going to be streaming here live for another probably 15 minutes, and then we've got 2 more guests coming up this week. You need to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be also simulcast streaming to YouTube on OKC Real TV. That's going to be starting next week. We've got a new wireless router system that will enable that. Facebook and YouTube don't like each other streaming at the same time. They both have copyright violations. So we've got to get creative when we stream on both those platforms. So for those that love the YouTube stream, that's going to be next week. But this week on Thursday, we're going to be at the Manhattan, which is a fantastic restaurant in town that's locally owned. And not only that, they've got a program where they're giving away groceries. You could be shopping at a grocery store, and you go to the checkout, and all of a sudden a gentleman walks up to you and pays your bill. No questions asked. Your bill just gets paid, and that's a charity outreach program that they're piloting. We're going to be talking to them on Thursday at lunchtime, so remember on your break, Thursday lunchtime. We're going to be talking about local heroes, paying for groceries, changing lives, making a difference. Keep it locked to OKC Real Estate Show, also on OKCRealTV.com. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Keep the updates coming.
And James, inspiration as far as your different designs and haircuts that you've created, do you see a blank canvas when you see somebody sitting in a chair? Are you able to, picture how a haircut is going to look before it's cut?
Yes. A little bit of how I do designs. Like it was mentioned, we do care about the person who's in the seat. So anytime I perform a design like I'm about to right now, I think about who it is that I'm cutting, and I think about conversations that we've had. I think about their job. Think about the influence they have on people. So from there, it kind of just inspires me in such a way that I want to uplift them whenever somebody sees them. So that's really where my inspiration comes from. And no, I don't really see anything when I go. I just let my hands do what they do, and I let my thoughts be as pure as possible. And like I say, my main influence and focus is just to bring uplift to this person, encouragement to this person. So that's really my inspiration.
Okay, guys, you stay tuned. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be back. Continue. You can share this feed. You can share it with your friends. You can comment. You can post. Your questions are admired, and we'll be answering those coming up after the break.
Go ahead. Activate the D10 recorder. And open the door.
And attention all personnel, this is the NTD conducting the launch status check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
OTCs go.
TBC. Tank and booster go. TTC. TTCs go.
3, 2, 1.
And we're back. Thank you so much for watching this feed. Again, once this finishes, you can then replay this and fast forward to your parts. If you've got any additional questions, you can send those in. We'll be sure and get the answers for you. But thanks again for watching OKC Real TV. Subscribe and click that bell button to see future live episodes as well as recorded content we're going to be producing every 2 weeks. A new episode which we show you some of the most incredible real estate in Oklahoma City, as well as bars, restaurants, nightlife suggestions. We're going to be covering live events. This is the stuff you wanted to be on the news, but they just can't put it on the news. So we're taking the job from here. You asked for it, you're getting it. OKCRealTV.com.